Every child knows what hunger feels like. Not the polite hunger of a missed meal. The real kind. The kind that sits in your bones and whispers that you are not enough, that the world does not have enough, that someday there will be nothing left to eat, and you will simply stop. That was Sasha Braus's truth. The story begins in the mountain village of Dorper, where a young Sasha argues with her father about the death of their traditional way of life. Initially, she is a girl driven by a primal fear of change, terrified that the disappearance of the forest animals will leave her with nothing but a hunger she cannot satisfy. This desperation follows her into the military, leading to the infamous moment she is caught eating a potato during the opening ceremony. Consequently, she is subjected to a brutal punishment, running until she collapses, which establishes her as the wild animal of the group who prioritizes instinct over order. That same night, a turning point occurs when she is offered a piece of bread by a fellow cadet in the darkness of the stables. Through this simple act of kindness, Sasha realizes that she no longer has to hunt alone, and she begins to trade her isolation for the bonds of a new family. As her training concludes, the threat of the Titans becomes a reality during the fall of Trost. While others are paralyzed by fear, Sasha finds her resolve, eventually stealing a rare slab of meat to share with her squad, a gesture that provides a brief moment of hope before the nightmare of war begins. Later, during a chaotic invasion of the inner walls, Sasha returns to her roots to face a Titan without any military equipment. Armed only with a bow, she stands her ground in a narrow hallway, risking her life to protect a young girl named Kaya who had been left behind. Following this act of heroism, she officially transitions from a fearful hunter into a veteran of the Survey Corps. As she survives the bloody battles of the forest and the uprising against the government, she becomes the person who keeps her friends' spirits alive with her laughter and her obsession with their next meal. The narrative then shifts to the long-awaited arrival at the ocean, where Sasha finally experiences a moment of pure peace. Standing in the surf, she tastes the salt of a world she never imagined, momentarily forgetting the blood she had spilled to get there. However, the peace is short-lived, and years later, she finds herself as elite sharpshooter in the city of Liberio. No longer a wild child, she moves across the rooftops with cold, military precision, eliminating her targets from the shadows of a war she didn't choose. In a moment of profound humanity, she finds a young enemy soldier in her sights, but chooses to stay her hand. Because she hesitates to kill a child, she leaves herself vulnerable, leading to the sudden and tragic moment a bullet strikes her down on the retreating airship. Ultimately, the story concludes with her final breath as she whispers the word meat to her grieving friends. This final plea represents her longing for the simplicity of the forest and a world where her only struggle was her, hunger, leaving behind a legacy of a heart that was simply too large for a world at war.